Welcome, everybody. Man, I'm glad to be here. And for those of you just tuning in, and Brandon just mentioned, for those of you that don't know me, my name is George Wright III. I host the Daily Mastermind podcast on iTunes and Google Play. And every Wednesday, I'm super fortunate, excited, and grateful to be here with you for morning motivation. And I'll tell you, today, I want to talk to you a little bit about how to become obsessed with your goals. But you know, the thing is there's several quotes that I really like along this topic. And I want to talk to you about those, but I also want to give you a little bit of my perspective on some lists and things that you can do to kind of move forward. So, you know, why should we become obsessed with our goals? I mean, it sounds a little bit out there, but, you know, Grant Cardone, I think, puts it best. He said, I suggest that you become obsessed about the things you want. Otherwise, you're going to be spending a lifetime being obsessed with making up excuses as to why you didn't get the life that you wanted. And I think that's really what it boils down to. You know, we could become obsessed with our goals and move forward in the life we want, or we're going to be just dwelling on excuses of why we didn't live the life we want and why we're not where we want to be. So, you know, the problem is, the challenge that we face is this. As Robert Kiyosaki said, for many people, the power of their excuse is more powerful than their dreams. What you have to realize is that life is coming at you. Everything's coming at you full speed. And a lot of times these excuses and these problems and these challenges and things that we face, they're going to be bigger than our dreams. They're bigger than our goals. And so the truth is, you have to create reasons and goals and things that are bigger than your obstacles. The truth is, like Harv Eker says, you can have reasons or you can have results. You can't have both. And so I go back to a gentleman I mentored with for quite a while, Robert Stuberg, and he talks a lot about the real solution to creating obsession of your goals and making and creating change is that you have to make your goals a must. You have to make your life that you want to live, the direction you want to be, the dreams that you want to accomplish, you have to make them a must. So how do we make these things a must? What do we do in our lives to create our priorities as a must and make our priorities bigger than anything else? Well, it's really actually very simple. You've got to get really super clear on it. And to do that, you've got to go through a series of steps, and you have to be strategic and specific and intentional in creating your life. So let's go through some steps. Let's go through typical steps that you would want to do in order to become obsessed, but really get clear on your goals. Number one, you've got to be very specific. That's the challenge most of us face. We don't know exactly what we want. We want to make more money. We want to have a better life. We want a better relationship. We want to drive a nicer car. But what do you want specifically? What type of freedom with your time do you want? What type of things do you want to do? What type of car? What type of house? What type of relationship? What type of trip? Where do you want to take that trip? Get super specific as to what you want with your goal. And that's going to be the first step, because then step two, you can make commitments to be getting it. You've got to sacrifice something to get what you want. And if you don't know specifically what you want and you haven't decided specifically what you're going to sacrifice, you're not going to get any closer to becoming obsessed with your goals. Third step is you need to make time. Having time specifically in your day, every day, to focus and concentrate on your goals is the key, because it leads us to step four, which is visualization of your goals. See, the mind has, it's a funny thing. The mind will, the clearer and more real something becomes, the more doable it seems. So the more time you spend visualizing your goal, the more time you spend crystallizing and clarifying what you want, the more real it is. And the more real it is, the more you want it, the more you're going to be obsessed with it, the more you're going to do things. This is the key. Becoming crystal clear and visualizing constantly what you want. The more you think about, the more you think about your goals, the more you're going to get it. Because what you focus on grows. What you focus on, you will attract. What you focus on, you will become obsessed with. And in order to focus on that, you've got to get really clear and visualize what you want. And that's going to be a key. So that's step four. Step five is go ahead and put some daily rituals in place. We talk a lot about having daily rituals, because when you have something embedded in your schedule that you will do over and over and over and over and over and remind you of your goals and remind you to take closer. And the key with this is, what is the number one thing you can do to get you focused on your goal? Maybe it's It's looking at your goal. Maybe it's writing it down every day. Maybe it's putting those affirmations together and constantly repeating to yourself, I am going to be successful. I am going to be a millionaire. I am going to do this with my business or this with my relationship. Be specific with your affirmations. And the more you repeat that, the more you think about it, the more that subconscious mind comes into play and helps you realize you're going to get it. And so daily rituals are a key. Number 6, be relentless. Be relentless. Do not ever stop. Don't give up. And that's actually the next step is don't ever give up. Don't give up on your goal. Be relentless. Continue to pursue it. If you pursue it on a day-to-day basis, every single day, you're going to become more obsessed with it. You're going to become more focused on it. You're going to believe that you can accomplish it. And so I tell you, the last thing I want to leave you with is don't settle. The problem that many of us have, and the reason things don't become a must in our lives, is as we get older, as we have failure, as we continue to hit roadblocks, we settle. We tell ourselves, you know what, maybe I'll settle for this car, or maybe I'll settle for this in my business, or maybe I'll settle for this in my relationship. And settling is the worst enemy of greatness. You cannot settle for things in your life. And so overall, I'm telling you right now, unless you want to be looking back on your life and trying to decide why you didn't get there and be focused on that, you've got to learn to become obsessed with your goals. When you become obsessed with your goals, you will accomplish major, major, major things. So that's my message for today. Put everything you can inside your day-to-day routine, your day-to-day schedule in order to take you closer to your goals, and you will see success. I look forward to talking with you again on Wednesday. And Brandon, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Have an amazing day.